What if I told you that some of the cheapest 410 shotguns quietly outperform guns twice their price, and somehow the algorithm, the forums, the YouTube gun reviewers, all of it just sleeps on them? Either nobody knows, or the people who do know aren't talking. Either way, we're blowing it up today. So this thing's a fresh tactical twist on the classic lever action, all machined and coated in-house by Hutchek. They start with a big old chunk of aluminum and carve out this skeletonized buttstock that's super light but built tough, with a cheek riser for comfy cheek welds, shell holders right on board, and accessory mounts so you can slap on extras like it's no big deal. The LVR RTX is chambered in 410 with magazine capacities of 5, 7, or 9 shells. For all you tactical fans, this is their flagship model, full chassis with top rails for scoping up, M-lock slots underneath for all your gadgets, and a fiber optic front sight to snag targets quick. Barrel options? They've got you, from the 20-incher to a stretchy 24-inch for distance with MC5 cylinder chokes. Hutchek obsessed over user vibes, fixing the annoying stuff from competitors to make it feel just right in your mitts. And get this, it's already stateside. You're looking at $320 to $400 depending on the setup. That's steal of a deal territory. If you're chasing a lever shotgun with modern swagger, the Hutchek LVR RTX is your new ride or die. All right, folks, let's shift gears and look at a revolver shotgun that feels like it escaped straight out of a Borderlands concept book. This Turkish import comes with range of barrel lengths, anywhere from 12.5 all the way up to 28 inches. No matter which one you go with, they're threaded for interchangeable chokes, so you can actually tune it for whatever role you've got in mind. It's chambered in 3-inch 410, feeding from a 5-round cylinder. Some variants can also run 45 Colt, giving you a little pistol caliber flexibility on top of the shotgun vibes. The gun is built with a 70-75 grade aluminum alloy receiver. Up top, you've got flip-up iron sights, plus a full-length flat-top Picatinny rail, allowing complete customization with optics and other accessories. The handguard features a pick rail on the bottom for grips and lights, and M-lock slots on the sides for even more customization. The synthetic stock has an adjustable length of pull, an adjustable cheek rest, and a textured pistol grip, so it actually feels good in the hands instead of just looking cool on camera. At around 8 pounds, it's pretty manageable and doesn't kick like an angry mule. And yeah, I know 410 doesn't sound intimidating if you're used to a 12 gauge, but don't sleep on it. 410 slugs can pack more muzzle energy than a standard .357 Magnum, which is nothing to shrug off. The YNG Arms TR410 comes with an MSRP of about $599, and honestly, for something this weird, modular, and video game coded, that's not bad at all. Back about a decade ago when Rossi brought out its 410 Circuit Judge carbine, it really turned me on. Like the revolver, it's a 5-shot that uses 45 Colt and 410 gauge shot shells. The build is the standard double single-action swing-out cylinder of a modern wheelgun design, though carbonized with an 18.5-inch barrel and topped with adjustable fiber optic sights, and Weaver sight rails are installed to allow the use of optics. The stocks are hardwood with an unusual but comfortable pistol grip on the shoulder stock. The trigger offers a heavy and long double-action pull around 10 to 12 pounds or more in tests, but switches to a crisp and light single-action at about 5 pounds. Recoil is milder than anticipated from 410 Magnum loads, aided by the 5.5-pound weight. Today, the odds are good you can find a good used model with a matching spare cylinder for somewhere around $600. Price, of course, varies by condition and seller's mood. They're fun and have achieved the kind of popularity that may force the company to consider resurrecting the model. Few platforms dominate the firearms world like the AR-15, and manufacturers continue to push its versatility in clever new directions. American Tactical's Milsport AR-410 shotgun is one of those, wait, that's actually pretty cool builds, taking a familiar AR form factor and adapting it into a lightweight magazine-fed shotgun package. At the core of the Milsport is a USA-made mil-spec AR-15 aluminum lower receiver paired with a forged aluminum upper. That's a solid foundation and immediately gives this shotgun a familiar feel for anyone who's spent time behind an AR. The standout here is that the lower receiver remains standard AR-15, meaning you can swap uppers and quickly turn this into a 5.56 setup if you want. Up front, you get a 13-inch custom key mod rail that offers plenty of real estate for accessories, while also protecting your hands during extended range sessions. The shotgun comes optics ready, and American Tactical includes metal flip-up front and rear sights, so you're not forced to start accessorizing on day one. The 18.5-inch barrel made from 4140 steel with a stainless look finish keeps the overall appearance clean and modern, while the M16x1 threaded muzzle leaves the door open for compliant add-ons where legal. Out back, the Rogers Superstock adjusts through 6 positions, making it easy to dial in length of pull for different shooters or gear setups. With an MSRP of $719.95 and a patented 5-round magazine included, the Millsport AR410 offers a unique blend of AR familiarity and shotgun fun. Rolling into the pump-action bullpup shotgun arena with one of the market's most budget-friendly options, Hatsan Arms Company may have a real winner on its hands with the relatively young Escort BullTac. This shotgun is meant for security, home defense, and law enforcement applications and comes with a shorter 18-inch barrel with a fixed-cylinder choke. The fixed-cylinder choke allows the shotgun to handle both slugs and defensive buckshot without any problems. The Escort BullTac is made of an alloy upper receiver that's mated to a polymer synthetic lower receiver. The shotgun features a tubular magazine that can hold 5 410-bore shells. The BullTac has a carry handle that also doubles as an optics mount, and there's a Picatinny rail section on top surface of the handle for mounting an optic. The carry handle also has a built-in iron sight inside the handle's channel, making the shotgun ready for use right out of the box. As a bullpup shotgun, the Escort BullTac's action sits behind its grip and trigger and shortens the shotgun's 18-inch barrel by setting it back and making the shotgun more compact overall, with a total length of 27.75 inches. As a defensive-oriented shotgun, its barrel has a chrome-plated liner and a fixed cylinder bore, which allows for the use of shotgun slugs. If there's an original 410-bore utility gun, it would have to be the compact-size, break-action single-barrel shotgun. The latest generation of the Rossi Tuffy 410 single shot sports a useful set of up-to-date features. The first thing you'll notice is how light it is, just 2 pounds, 14.5 ounces. This weight reduction was made possible due to a judicious use of polymer throughout, including the receiver. Twisting out the front sling swivel stud allows the fore-end to be removed so the gun can be divided for even more compact storage. All too often with polymer-stocked utility and survival guns, it seems like the potential usefulness of hollow shoulder stocks goes to waste. But the Tuffy's thumbhole stock has been modified with left and right side shell holders to secure up to 8 rounds of 2.5 or 3-inch shells. The Tuffy's available with black, gray, OD green, or tan polymer stocks with a suggested retail price of $187. The revolver shotgun is an incredibly unique firearm. The thought to combine the two may seem outlandish, however the Sulun Arms SR410 compact revolver shotgun is rather brilliant. In order to increase shootability while still maintaining the compact design the SR410 is known for, a new version has been introduced offering an increase of stock length 1 1/4 inches to a 13.25 standard length of pull. The barrel in this version has also been increased to 12.2 inches for additional range. Weighing in at just 4.5 pounds and only 24 inches in overall length, this shotgun is small enough to be carried in a pack or in the optionally available leather belt holster. The shotgun is reloaded in a manner consistent with that of most modern revolvers by unlocking the 5-shot cylinder and swinging it away from the frame to the left and down. It can be fired either double action or the hammer can be manually cocked for single action firing. While 410 gauge may seem a little demure to shooters used to 12 GA, it's still a potent cartridge, with 410 slugs containing nearly double the muzzle energy over a standard .357 Magnum. If all you want an AR-410 for is blasting pumpkins, there's no need to go broke doing it. The Aksa T14 is made in Turkey, but imported by FPI in the U.S. While it's a cost-effective import AR-410, I find it to be a slightly smarter buy among the many guns in this class. The T14 has an 18.5-inch barrel with a 2.5-inch chamber and is compatible with Beretta chokes. It's the only AR-410 shotgun that features an AR-15 charging handle and true AR-style controls. The receiver and handguard are fully railed as well and come with flip-up iron sights. The handguard has M-lock and QD slots for mounting accessories. And the thumbhole style pistol grip and stock can be swapped for any AR-15 stock. Optimized for smaller 2-inch 410 cartridges, it feeds flawlessly, handling 10-round magazines without a hitch, even during rapid-fire mag dumps. The functional forward assist gets it back into battery quickly, and while the mag can be a tad stiff to remove, the recoil is surprisingly gentle, making it perfect for extended sessions. It ships with a 5-round magazine, but Aksa also makes available 10-round stick mags. After a break-in period, the T14 is pretty rock solid. Not to mention the ample availability of spare parts is pretty reassuring. The utility of the Taurus Judge revolver has been called into question ever since its initial launch in 2006. For 2023, the company gave this gun a new twist. Intended to compete with non-NFA firearms like the Mossberg Shockwave, the Judge Home Defender is fitted with a 13-inch barrel, a set of cylinder gap shields, a 5-shot cylinder size for 3-inch 410 bore shells, and a factory-installed optics rail in place of a set of iron sights. So where does this revolver fit into the 410 utility gun category? The extended 13-inch barrel's rifling causes shot loads to spin, just like the 6.5-inch or shorter barrels. Birdshot and buckshot loads still open up quickly, which limits useful shot patterns to distances of around 5 to 10 yards. However, the long barrel paired with a red dot optic successfully tighten up the 45 Colt group sizes. A 6.5-inch Judge 1 tested in the past printed 5-shot groups around 3 to 3.5 inches at 15 yards. The Home Defender punched out a 1.06-inch group at this same distance. This means the Home Defender has a much longer reach with 45 Colt than previous models. The Taurus Judge Home Defender has an MSRP of $730. KelTec's KSG410 is one of the more unusual 410 bores released in recent years. This pump-action shotgun was developed in answer to customer requests for a softer shooting version of this company's signature KSG 12-gauge platform. Just like the larger gauge versions, it has dual magazine tubes, which allow the KSG410 to be loaded with up to 14 plus 1 rounds of 2.5-inch or 10 plus 1 rounds of 3-inch shells. It also makes it possible to stoke the KSG with 2 different types of ammunition at the same time. Fill one tube with 2.5-inch birdshot loads for pest control. Flipping the 3-position magazine selector lever will feed from the other tube, which can be loaded with something more potent like 3-inch slugs or 5-pellet buckshot rounds. Like other KSG models, the KSG410 is intended primarily for use as a defensive shotgun, but it can be tucked into the utility gun category for a few good reasons. The extensive use of polymer throughout its construction shaves the KSG410's weight down to 5 pounds 1 ounce unloaded. The bullpup configuration gives it an overall length of just 26.1 inches with an 18.5-inch barrel. However, the company opted for a fixed cylinder bore choke or no choke at all. This sets the KSG410 squarely in the utility category with lead birdshot patterns of 10 to 12 inches at 7 yards. Buckshot patterns were just under 2 inches at the same distance. This model ships with a fiber optic front sight mounted into a tall polymer carry handle. The company also offers an aluminum Picatinny rail kit to replace the carry handle for those who prefer to use a micro red dot optic. The KSG410 has suggested retail prices starting at $495 for black polymer furniture. In years past, Rossi has offered factory-configured pistols based on their break-action long guns. Using the same hinged receivers as their rimfire and 410 bore models, these pistols have sported revolver grips in place of a shoulder stock. In 2023, the company revived their single-shot 45 Colt 410 bore pistol with a new name, the Brawler. They also gave the platform a much-needed facelift and feature update inspired by improvements made to the Tuffy shotguns. It also has a slab-side 9-inch rifled barrel, a factory-installed rail for red dot optics, and a hand-filling, recoil-absorbing rubber grip borrowed from the Taurus Raging Hunter revolver series. A nice touch with the Brawler is that the optics rail is grooved and fitted with a serrated square-notch rear sight paired with the polymer blade sight up front. This allows the pistol to be put to work right out of the box while making the gun optics ready without the need for any additional components or modifications. An all-steel Rossi single-shot pistol I worked with years ago tipped the scale at 5 pounds. The Brawler weighs in at a significantly lighter 2 pounds 4.7 ounces, which makes it more pleasant to handle and transport in the field. It proved to be a hoot to shoot with or without a red dot optic at a suggested retail price of $257.99.